Exciting things are happening with the Solid Waste District in Dubois County. Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is the manager of the Dubois County Solid Waste District, and that is Carla Striegel-Winner. Carla, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Exciting things coming up by the end of the year or at the first of the year at the Solid Waste District, and let's talk about those. First of all, let's talk about a new web or internet sort of information center, I guess we could call it.
Yeah,
the Waste Wizard.
We can call it a web app, basically. So this is something that, people are always calling us and saying, what do I do with this? And they get frustrated if they can't reach someone, or if they don't know if a certain type of plastic can be recycled, or, what to do if they've got branches or leaves. If we're in one of the towns, we might have a better idea what to do with that kind of thing. But, basically, this is called the Waste Wizard, and I've been working with the company that sort of designs these, and it's very, very simple. It's going to be at the top of our webpage. So if you go to DuboisCountyRecycles.org, you'll see just this little menu bar, and you can type anything into that menu bar. Say, for instance, you want to know what to do with your leaves. You can type leaves into the menu bar. You hit search, and it's going to come down with a list of things available in our county. It's specific to our county. That you can do with your leaves. So the first thing that will come up is backyard composting. And so you may go, well, okay, but I don't, I want to try to find a different option. So another thing that'll come up is a local business that can take those leaves, and they may charge you a small fee to accept those leaves. And then, of course, a couple of our cities and towns have got leaf collection. So the information on your city or town leaf collection will also come up, and it's just in that one little search bar. If you want to know if you have a type of plastic container and you're not sure if it can be recycled or not, you type in milk jug, and it'll come up. It'll tell you, yes, you can recycle that milk jug. It'll come up with all the places in the county that we have available to recycle that milk jug. So this will be great. We have a problem sometimes with contamination, we've talked about before. And so, if you type in window glass, it's going to tell you that unfortunately we can't recycle window glass. So we're hoping with this little search bar that is relatively simple and is just a small thing, will really help us with not only folks knowing what they can do with stuff, but on the contamination issue. So we don't get that window glass being mixed in with the clear glass bottles at our drop sites throughout the county. So this is something I've been working on with this wonderful company, and so we will have this up and going at the end of the year. It's going to be our Christmas present to the county.
Well, that's really excellent, because the tie-in with it being local and local directions is the most important thing, because I can go on the internet and I can type in, can I recycle windows, and it'll say yes or it'll say no, but it won't tell me anything about locally what I can do.
Right.
Yours is information about local
Yes, it's specific to our county, and as I've talked about before with you, and when folks call or I talk to other groups, recycling is so local, and disposal options are so local. It's not something you can just Google and find out for your specific area necessarily. So this is going to be kind of like our own little Google. It's our Waste Wizard, and it'll tell you what you can do with your stuff. Now, we will, it is sort of an in-progress sort of thing, because we will be able to get on there and change things. So if we realize, oh, this is not correct information, we entered it wrong, we'll be able to get on there and change things relatively quickly. We'll even be able to tell the types of things people are searching for. So if you're searching for something and it's not coming up, you'll be able to hit submit that you would like that to be added, and I'll be able to get on to our metrics and look at that and, oh, someone thought they were looking for this and they could not find it. Maybe we need to add this. So it'll be sort of a real-time sort of thing. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great thing for the county, and so
it's great. Like we just were just before this, we looked at it and tried some things
Yes.
in the demo mode.
Yes, in the
And
demo
we
mode,
typed
yeah.
in leaves, and so I found out that I can compost it myself locally. I mean, in my backyard if
Yeah.
I'd like. But let's say I live in Jasper and I don't know what the leaf pickup schedule is. You have a link as one of those things. I
Right.
can click on that, and it'll take me to their site, which then tells me when
Yes.
they pick up leaves,
Yeah.
what you do with them, how you get them out. Or if I live in the town of Ferdinand, I can do that, or Huntingburg.
Exactly.
That's what's really going to be great.
Yeah, yeah, and the great thing about this is we could have spent, multiple hours and lots of money trying to redo our website so that it has all of this on it, and then we'd have to go in and make those changes. And this app just makes it super easy to just make those changes on our end, and makes it super easy for the consumer to see all their options and be able to know what's available out there, depending on where they are within the county. So,
And we're
yeah.
going to have you back so that we can talk about it when it
Yes,
gets launched, when
it
it's
gets
ready to
launched,
go.
so we can,
Okay.
yeah,
Excellent.
which hopefully will be really, really soon. It's the ball is in my court right now. I'm they're a great company to work with, and they're waiting for me to kind of finish making some changes and updates, and yeah. So
All right, good luck.
Christmas presents to the county.
Okay, now there is another Christmas present, not really, but something that you're doing, and that is in the oil receptacles.
Yes.
Okay, those are not cheap, and
No.
the county, you're bringing in 3 new ones, I
Yeah,
guess, essentially.
so Dubois County is actually pretty lucky in that we have been able to provide waste oil containers at all 8 of our county drop sites, so that anyone that needs to get rid of their used motor oil in the county can do that for free. Any resident at normally any of our 8 county drop sites. And we've had an issue this year. All of those huge waste oil containers, if you've been to the drop sites, you know what they look like. They're big white containers that say oil on them. But basically some of those are all 25 years old. They are put together by an excellent company, but they're 25 years old, and they've been out in the environment for 25 years. So the one at Huntingburg has developed a problem. So we've had to have that one locked and cut off from anybody putting oil in it. So I feel really bad for the folks at Huntingburg. I mean, they can go to any of the other 7 sites, but you like to go to your local site, and and also the folks that work there at the Huntingburg site, they've been dealing with this for the better part of the year, telling folks, well, we can't take any oil, So we have gone through this long, drawn-out process of being able to order more oil containers. So we have one for the Huntingburg site. These containers, because they are designed specifically to sit out in the weather and not have leaks, are very expensive. They're about $4,300 a piece.
Yeah. Wow.
So we don't have, the solid waste district does not have that kind of money just laying around extra in our budget. So we had to go through a special appropriation. We decided if we were going to do that. We have 2 other sites, the Ireland site and the Pine Ridge site, where the 25-year-old containers had failed at some point in the past, and we have a different type of container at those, not ideal. So we've been able to purchase 3 of the 400-gallon great big oil containers that are brand new. And hopefully by the end of the year, those will be up at all 3 of the sites. We're working with the highway department. Is going to put a concrete base under each of these, and we hope to get little pole buildings over each of them too, so that we can protect them even more from the environment. So they'll be good for 25 years plus out there in the environment.
And these are for motor oil.
This
right?
is for
Okay.
used motor oil, yeah, and that option is available for everyone. I mean, I looked in our 2016 stats, and Dubois County, we recycled over 5,000 gallons of motor oil at those sites in 2016. So that's, that's like, 18 tons of motor oil. And when you think about a quart of motor oil, this is stuff you don't want to get out in the environment. You don't want to get this in your water supply. A quart of oil can make an oil slick to cover a whole small pond. So, and it can contaminate, like, I don't know, 250,000 gallons of water, just one quart. So it's really great that we have this option in the county, and we're so happy to be working with the highway department to get these new containers. And sorry to the people in the Huntingburg area that have had to deal with this all year long.
But you're fixing that.
We are fixing it. We're working on it.
But you know, I years and years and years and years ago, more than 25 years ago, when you changed the oil, you just kind of poured that off in your yard, or you poured it off in the field.
Yeah.
That's what was done years ago. And,
yeah.
and then when you think about it, wow, that was a nasty thing to do. But now, so there's, and have been for 25 years, someplace you can just, take that oil and pour it in.
And it's still available, and we are still taking care of that for the residents of Dubois County, and we just have some improvements coming by the end of the year.
And that's good, because you're paid for the oil to be recycled, is that correct?
Well,
I know some of the things you get paid, which is good for the county, because then you can defray costs.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you bring that up, because right now we are actually having to pay to have the oil recycled. So all of that oil is recycled into new petroleum products. Okay. And in the past, when the price of oil was high, the price of waste oil, hey, that was something great that these companies really wanted to have and to use, because it was cheaper for them than using virgin oil. Mm-hmm. Well, as we know, because our gas prices are down, so the oil prices have gone down too, which in the recycling industry, that is not always the best thing, because what happened is it was actually more expensive for the companies to come and pick the oil up. So we are actually paying right now, but the residents are able to get rid of this for free. But we are paying a small fee for that to be recycled. And hopefully, as things settle out a little bit more, those fees will keep going down. They have gone back down.
But there are some things that you are paid.
Yes.
And that's a way for you to defray costs.
Yes,
and that's why it's important not to contaminate with trash or with the wrong things.
Right, yeah.
Like window glass and glass is not glass is not glass.
No, because then we're going to have a whole load that may not get recycled because of that.
Basically, it's bottles and jars is what you collect.
Yes, so bottles and jars. If
it's not that, then don't put it in.
And when we get our new Waste Wizard app coming up, you'll just type that in, and it'll come up, and you'll know.
Now, another on the, you also recycle cooking oil, vegetable oil.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So peanut oil, whatever it happens to be. People
right.
Fry it.
Yeah. If you're doing your Thanksgiving turkey and you're frying it, or for Christmas and you're doing a deep frying thing, or got the fry daddy out a few times, then you've got some cooking oil. Yes, at the process center, we do take cooking oil, waste cooking oil, and that is free. You just come in during our regular hours, and you can pour it into our container. But it's not with the motor oil.
That's a separate
we only have that at the process center, not at the 8 county drop sites. Yep.
Okay. Now, throughout this year and all of next year, you're going to be giving away a new sort of an item. Okay. So, what the idea behind this is, we're going to eliminate some waste.
Yeah, so, and not only that, but we got the Take Back the Tap bottles. And something that I really feel strongly about is that we don't necessarily need to be purchasing our water. When we think about it, the bottled water is not so great on your budget, because it costs more than a gallon of gasoline to buy, if you're buying 16-ounce bottles of water. And we want people to understand that our tap water here in Dubois County is safe, great tap water. It's inexpensive, and we want you to take back the tap by bringing your own bottle when you go to events, instead of expecting bottled water. Unfortunately, up to 80% of the plastic water bottles do not get recycled. So some of those
80%.
end up, up to 80%. Some statistics say about 70% end up in the trash or as litter. And I know you helped out at a cleanup day recently that we hosted, or helped host, and you saw some of that litter.
Yes.
So we went in with the Dubois County Soil and Water Conservation District, the City of Jasper Stormwater, and with the Jasper Rotary Club, and we're able to purchase these bottles. They're just awesome bottles. We are going to be giving these away at events, and so we'll have a big orange thermos of cold water, and you can fill your water bottle up, and then you can take it home with you. And one thing we really wanted, and Judy Brown with the Soil and Water Conservation District, she hates giveaway water bottles that cannot go in the dishwasher. You were talking a little earlier.
With Jan Dugan, we've done a show on
Yes,
wash your water bottles.
Wash your water bottle.
Yes.
And these water bottles, which I won't open mine because it's got water in it. But these water bottles are just like super, super sturdy, and they are made to be dishwasher safe, so they can be thrown in the dishwasher. We wanted to make sure they fit in your car cup holder, that they had a big enough opening that you could put ice in it if you wanted to. They had a loop so you weren't going to lose your cap. We put a lot of thought into these, and so we wanted something that people weren't just going to throw away their reusable water bottle also. So yeah, we want people to take back the tap and bring your own bottle to your events. So we will be, any event that any of us are hosting, you can expect to see these bottles there if you don't already have one. If you have one, bring it back so you can refill it instead of wasting more plastic.
And you can just use tap water, which around here is really good water.
Yes, we've got, the Patoka Regional Water actually just won an award earlier this year for the best tasting water in the region in all of southern Indiana. So, and I'm not sure if, I think it's at the end of the year that they were going to compete against the other regions in the state. So I'm not sure if that's happened yet or not. But yeah. So.
Wonderful. Great things happening with the Solid Waste District.
Yeah, we're excited.
Okay. All right. So be watching by the end of the year or at the beginning of the year for the Waste Wizard on the Dubois County Recycles.org.
Yes.
It's spelled all out. Dubois County
Yep,
Recycles.org.
Yeah.
It'll be a little corner where you just put in what you have,
Yep.
and it'll tell you where to go, if it can be recycled, how to recycle it. And also, new oil receptacles will be coming to sites. They're there already, but some sites have ones that are going to be better.
Yep.
Yeah, let's put it that way. And then watch for these bottles out and about from the Dubois County Solid Waste District. Carla, thank you for coming in.
Thanks a lot, Bill.
Thank you for watching WJTS. We're local people watching local people.